Hey guys, Doyle here with Doyle's Basement Records. Hope everyone is doing well. I'm doing good. It's Monday. I think it's about maybe 9:30 out here in Kansas City. Let me turn this down. I'm playing a little. Oh, I don't have it hung up. I'm playing some stick figure. Called Smokestack. Great reggae band. But this is another episode of my top 20 favorite vocals of all time. Remember, it's my favorites. I'm not doing talent-wise. This is the vocals that I really like. You know, certain voices will stick out to people, and these are the ones that stuck out to me. With my 20 to 25 years of listening to music, or I should say, really starting to you remember that age when you start picking along, like, all right, I'm gonna roll with this band for a little bit, and you start jumping in different bands and whatnot. But you always go back to those certain bands that just connect with you, I guess. Whether it be the lyrics, the voice, the melody, guitar, the drums, whatever, you know. But before we get started, man, I want to do a little shout out to me, myself, and my vinyl for giving me a shout out in his video. You guys, check him out. He's great. He watched one of my videos, and we kind of started talking, and he's like a cool dude. I probably have watched maybe the last 7 or 8 videos of his since I guess we started kind of communicating back and forth or whatnot. But yeah, he's been doing it for a while. Man, he's got a great channel. Check it out. He bullshits around just like me. So seems to love records and knows what he's talking about. So yeah, check out me, myself, and my vinyl. And I wanted the guy who wrote to do some reggae episodes. What was his name? Member Barry. I got some in the works. I got quite a few actually. But other than that, guys, let's get started in my in the top 20, and we're gonna be doing what are we at? We're gonna be doing 10 to 6, or should I? All right, starting with number 10, Bradley Knowles. I've been a Sublime fan probably since the 5th grade. That was one of my first music. I'm pretty sure you can see it. That Sublime poster. It is nothing like. I don't know. It's like I got emotional attachment to that poster because it's my oldest poster I got. That is a music poster. I did have a Nirvana one for a while that it just kept ripping up. Those were like the 2 first bands I remember really getting into, Sublime and Nirvana, when I had a young age, and still love them. Now Bradley Knowles is growing up, man, was one of the cool. I mean, I think he is still was very cool. Unfortunately, too bad. Heroin ruins lives, man. I've had a lot of friends. I shouldn't say a lot, but I've definitely had quite a few friends went down that path, and no longer here. Some full recovery, some still fighting. I mean, people fight on that disease every day. But I am a huge Sublime fan, always have been. It was sad because when he died, man, they signed on a 5-record deal, so they were about to pump up some albums, and they really didn't get too big until after he passed away. I forget what was it? Him and then now it's Sublime with Rome. But that kid Rome, I mean, he's doing as good as he can. I mean, some people will talk trash on him. That first album they did, there was like 3 songs I liked. The rest of them, it just wasn't for me. I'm not gonna disrespect them, but of course it's not gonna be Bradley. I mean, but his voice, I think is almost as good as it's gonna get. You know, especially when he does the covers and he does Bradley songs, and he does them very well in my eyes. Yes, that is that's my number 10. Number 9, Tom Petty. I am a really big Tom Petty fan. Probably have been. I know I heard some of his stuff probably in not middle school. I mean elementary school, but nothing really stuck probably till middle school happened for me. And it was this album. My dad always had this album, and he was playing it on, and I owned it on CD. That was the album he would play on CD for me. You know, I would say this album, side B, is one of the best side Bs of all time. It's in my top 5, top 10 side Bs of all time. Love Tom Petty, man. It was sad when he passed away. I think it's probably almost been 4 or 5 years. Crazy how time flies. I recently just watched his. It's almost like a 4.5, 5 hour documentary. Phenomenal. And I'm starting. It took me so long to watch it. I was planning on watching because it's what, 10, almost 15 years old in that area. So it's an older documentary, but man, fascinating. He's one of the guys who I was actually considering going to see, like a stadium or a big arena band. Nothing against them. I know they want to make their money. That's too many people. I like those small, like if you're from Kansas City, like Crossroads, Midland, Uptown Theater. Those are like the middle. Those are like when you're on your way up, it feels like. Or it's like a packed house of like 2,000 people, which is perfect. And I even like those smaller venues when you can, you just pack in like 300 to 700 people. I love those small, intimate shows. This guy, I was going to break that rule because, like I said, I never wanted to see a stadium show. Let's face it, unless you got some serious coin to blow, it's hard. You're not going to get that great view. And, but he was one of the guys I was going to break that rule on. It's a damn shame I didn't get to see him live. This is one of my special pressings, too. The Gloverville pressing. Because I got, I think, 3 different pressings of this, all worth quite a bit of, $50, $75, but I shouldn't say quite a bit of money, but man, they just did, I shouldn't say just did, maybe about a year ago, did the box set of Tom Petty's Wildflowers. Phenomenal album. Come on. I know, what is it? I think his daughter's running things for him or whatnot, because it really helped to get this knocked out, because he really wanted to get that box set out and show all the other releases, because it was supposed to be that Wildflowers was supposed to be a double album. On to the next. Alright. It's getting down, boys. Alright. Chris Cornell. How could you not have a vocal, a top 20 your all-time favorite vocals and have Chris Cornell in it? Even if you're not that big of a fan, his voice is just phenomenal. I love his range and just the sound of his voice. And I think I've said this in maybe one of the other videos, how I kind of got started with Chris Cornell was through Audioslave, not his original band, that good old classic grunge band everyone loves. I heard of like Black Hole Sun, but I just didn't put 2 to 2 together. And I definitely was into Rage Against the Machine a little bit before, so I always just thought it was this Rage Against the Machine torn up with this one guy, and then I kind of did a deep dive in. I was like, holy shit, he's from Soundgarden? And then I put 2 to 2 together, like, God. That's what happens when you're 13 or 14, huh? But, yeah. Oh, I still remember buying the first Audioslave album, and good God, I still remember, it was like, if you guys been to ever Barnes and Nobles, yeah, bend over. I mean, my God, the prices. I remember I spent like $25 for that CD with tax. And the only reason, I remember it was at a birthday, one of my birthday parties, one of my relatives gave me a gift certificate, hoping I'd buy a book or something. Fuck that. I was not a reader. I was more of I want to listen to music. And that's probably the only reason why I bought it from there. I would either go to like Vintage Stock, or you probably don't know where that is. It's one of our little places, or like a half-price bookstore, or like Best Buy back then had great records, or I had the Music Warehouse, which always had great CD prices. Yeah, man, I would have went there, but yeah, one of my family members gave me a $30 gift card from the good old Barnes and Nobles, man. Very high dollar place, but yes, Chris Cornell. And you know what I've been kind of reading a lot? I thought his death wasn't like, I've been reading more and more like little conspiracies. Please, if anyone knows about this, like I heard he had like a bunch of like bruises. I don't know if this is true. It's just from me reading from people's comments. Had like bruises like on his head, maybe like a broken finger or something like where he possibly could have got robbed and then they tried to fake his own. I don't know. I haven't really dived too much into it on that conspiracy because I never really heard it until kind of recently. So I'm really into that Kurt Cobain. Like I don't believe he killed himself at all. I'm on that side of the path. But yeah, that is the next one, man. All right, on to the next. Mr. Warren Zevon. I'm a big Warren Zevon fan. I pretty much own. I'm missing a few, just I can't find them on LP, and I would love to get a better copy of this on LP, but it is all thrash down this side. Like, maybe not, but I think that I think the record could maybe even slide through there, but this is probably my favorite. What is it? Sentimental. I say this is my favorite album of his. Check this album out if you can. Great album. Always have loved his voice. He has some weird songs like that Werewolf in London song. I was never really a fan of. And there's a song called like Leave My Monkey Alone, which is just fucking ridiculous. Check out Detox Mansion. That song's man, it's got some cool little rhythm parts, man. It gets you going. Yeah, check out that song first, and if you don't like that, then it's probably not for you. But that song goes. All right, on to the last one this evening, number 6. Kurt Cobain. I love his voice since, like I said, probably the 5th or 6th grade. I've been a massive Nirvana fan and just a Kurt Cobain fan in general. This is probably one out of all the musicians out there. This is probably the guy who I've done the biggest dive into. I feel like I've watched any little documentary he's done. And I'm not a reader at all. I've read a lot of his books, or not his books, but people writing about it. And then just reading shit on the internet as well. Like I said, I'm not a big reader, especially in the book department. So I remember reading, like I have his, what is his diary? I remember reading that, which I was still stunned I did, but I did. But yes, he is my number 6 favorite voice of all time for me. Love that graspy voice. And it's funny because my dad, I'm 32 and my dad's 70, so he had me a little late. But he's been playing guitar since he was 14, and he's damn good. Very good guitar player. So he always would judge on the music. He would show me stuff, listen to this. And he would be proud with some bands I'd always listen to. But this one, he was like, why? He's like, he just never got, he didn't understand or get the grunge, I guess. I mean, and it's funny, I'll show you kind of an example. Sometimes I'll show him a guitar player, and then he'll just immediately bring up, he's no Jeff Beck. I'm like, well, duh. No one's saying the man's Jeff Beck. Does he look like the GOAT to you? No. I'm just saying he's a good guitar player. And it's a fun band. I feel like you might be taking this band a little too serious or not. It's just a fun band. But no, he was like, oh, not, he would be like, no, not Kurt. I was like, all right then. But yes, he is my number 6. And you know what, I might be, and people are like, wow, you're going to put Chris Cornell's voice behind him. Remember, talent-wise, oh yeah, Kurt Cobain would even, if we're going to my top 20 of who I think are the talentedest, like I said, Frisbee that puppy. But we're not. We're just going to go on my favorites. So that is it. That is 10 through 6. The next one will be my 5 through 1. And hope everyone enjoyed the video. Remember, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Please leave me a comment in the comment section. Let me know if I suck, if I'm doing all right. And remember, if you're one of those people who love perfectionists and editing, please I'm sorry, guys. The video is not for you. But other than that, guys, I want to thank you.